I'm Mark Gillespie. Welcome to another episode of WhiskyCast HD. I'm on Islay today at Bruichladdich Distillery, where they're celebrating the 10th anniversary of the distillery's revival. And it takes 10 years and a lot of rain to make a good whiskey. And that's what's come out today, because on this day, the Bruichladdich 10-year-old, the new Laddie Ten, is being bottled for the first time. Family, friends, and even a couple of managers from other Islay distilleries showed up for the first bottling run of the Laddie Ten. It's the first 10-year-old single malt produced here completely from whiskey distilled after Bruichladdich reopened in 2001. The distillery was mostly silent between 1994 and 2001, which led to a shortage of 10-year-old whiskey for the past several years. In fact, there were times when bottles labeled and priced as Bruichladdich 10-year-old actually had 12 or 13-year-old single malt inside just to meet demand. That changes now.
It's like putting a flag in the ground. No, we're not messing about with unaged whiskies and all that sort of stuff. And it's the foundation stone. It's like the keystone in a bridge. You know, this is the one that will bring us together. We now have an identity, and it's a great product. And Bruichladdich, my sole aim was to make this Bruichladdich as good as the Bruichladdich it was made in successive generations. And it's turned out really, really well. So it's a massive, massive day for us and for the future of Islay.
There are only about 3,000 people living on Islay. Head distiller Jim McEwen signed special first-day bottles for a lot of them on September 11th.
Everybody's some hard critics here. The Islay people are your toughest critics. It doesn't matter about the scribes, what do they know? The people of Islay have been sampling whiskey since 1494.
But on this day, the local critics had nothing but praise for the Laddie Ten.
There's been a lot of Bruichladdich expressions over the last few years with Jim's expertise, but this now is something that we can really hold our heads high and say the Rins distillery has finally come of age again.
Will you be able to sell a lot of this at your hotel?
Bucket loads. Hopefully bucket loads.
You send me a copy of that because he's a real miserable so-and-so. He drinks buckets. He drinks more than he sells. And Islay way of saying he likes a good bucket, which means a man who likes to drink. This guy likes a right good bucket, and that's where the word bucket comes from.
While the distillery shop was crowded, the stills kept running. One of them dates all the way back to Bruichladdich opening in 1881. After the distillery was mothballed in 1994, the stills only ran once or twice a year, just to produce whiskey for blending. Many people in Islay thought Bruichladdich would become just another one of the island's many distilleries that now exist only in the history books and a rare bottle or two. But like the children's story of the little train that could, the little distillery that could has climbed the mountain.
For Bruichladdich, this is liquid gold, This is liquid gold. I mean, we have never sold to blenders. We've struggled through the years financially. The blenders are knocking on the door, say, hey, Jim, I'm going to sell us some whiskey. But we never did. And this is now, we have the wherewithal and the stock to take this distillery to where it's never been. Because all the successive owners of Bruichladdich really never, there's hardly been any money invested in this place since 1881. It was all second-hand equipment and so on. But now we can start putting in new washbacks. We'll never change the style. It'll always be old mash tun and the old still. It's just to make it easier for working and the people here. So, watch this space. There's a lot that come from Bruichladdich. There's a lot more.
The initial bottling run of 1,500 cases is expected to sell out quickly. Some of it will be sold here at the distillery as a limited edition first day bottling. The rest will go out around the world, bottled at 46% with no chill filtration, no caramel coloring, just the way Bruichladdich likes it. For more cask-strength conversation, join us for more of WhiskyCast at whiskycast.com. I'm Mark Gillespie.